I am capable of handling anything that the day sends my way, and I only ever have today. That is right. That is one good affirmation. This is sort of like a motivational sort of Monday. And I wanted to let you know that, my goodness, you're capable, right? The thing is if you can believe, I want you to really think about this. If you can really believe that you like you can't, or that you're not good enough, or that there's something, then you can easily change that. You really can. I know it seems hard. And when I say easily, you have to want to do it. It's not going to be easy to transition because now we got to reprogram the brain. But affirmations, and I feel like I want to address this, right? Because affirmations are great. I love affirmations. I'm an affirmation junkie. But you have to not just have the affirmation, you have to incorporate it. And I think that's the big thing, right? So like if I say that, the reason I gave you that, that's my first thing that I do before I even get out of bed. Before I even feel free, take it, use it, make it your own, right? But I'll lay there and I'll be like, okay. I always like to do a deep breath, right? Because in the morning, remember, you've kind of been shallow breathing, you haven't been doing the cleansing breaths. So before you even get out of bed in the morning, just kind of, and in your brain, I like to say it out loud, but in your brain, you can say it. You can say, I am capable of handling anything that the day sends my way, and I only ever have today. The reason you say, and I only ever have today, is because you have to stop putting things off, right? That goes into a procrastination cycle. And you have to know that things are not always going to go as planned. It's always so fun, right? When you're like, I didn't plan for that. And that's okay, but you're capable of handling it. And when you set yourself up for sort of this awesome affirmation, and honestly, if you do it, right, as with anything, you have to be consistent. Really, it's about 128 days to really make it stick. Yeah, after 30 days, it becomes a habit. We already know the rules. It really takes about 4 months, honestly. But it's free. It's literally free. You can do that every morning. But don't hit the snooze button. Don't grab your phone. We're not going to grab phones in the morning, and we're not going to have phones like this and then turn around and go to bed. That's just not going to work. So in the morning, before you even get out of bed to tackle the day, you got to say some kind of an affirmation. It doesn't have to be that one. It can be any one you want, right? Now, throughout the day, sometimes, especially in the beginning, now I'm to the point I could say it once and I'm fine. Every now and again, I might be like, oh, that was a lot. Oh, I can handle it, right? But honestly, they're still just words until you are in a position where you have to accept it, right? So you can listen to this. You can listen to 87. You can listen to my podcast. You can read 27,000 self-help books. But if you're not put in the position to utilize these affirmations, they're kind of just words, right? So you can't just say them because they sound pretty and, oh my God, I can't wait to get there. I'm like, no. You got to sometimes reiterate it. So if somebody at work is plucking your nerves, or if there's something going on in your life, right? You say, wait a minute, this really does kind of suck. Feel your feelings, allow them to process. But then remember that in that cycle, you are capable. And listen, you've proven it, right? I'm not like making things up. If you're watching this today, you've already gone through so many more things than you probably never would have thought that you could have endured, right? Because your today self is still looking at the things that you can't control versus kind of like, oh my gosh, look at how far I've come. I don't care how far you have to go. We all have a ways to go. The rest of your natural born life on this planet should be growing. You should never reach this point of growth where you're like, I'm done. No, but you do have to say, I know I'm capable, because even though I crumpled and fell and bruised and all that stuff, I still did it. And so when you say to yourself, I can handle anything that the day sends my way, don't let that little person on your shoulder, like the experience of the past, be like, can you? Like, can you though? Because I don't know, we've tried this before and you've done it. I'm not saying that it hasn't left a lasting effect on you. I'm not saying that some days are going to be harder to accept that than others, but you are capable of handling it. So I want you to remember, your motivational sort of Monday is knowing that you have so much more. Oh my God. You have so much more power than you even give yourself credit for. I mean, I'm serious, because you allow people's behavior. You allow your own behaviors at times. You really do. So when you're allowing it, you can control who has access to it. You can. It might be harder. You might not have the tools for it. That's where me and other people like me come into play. But it can't fix things that you're not willing to address. So even though they're going to be hard, even though dealing with your past is going to be hard, even though accepting that this relationship is over is hard, you can get through it. All right. So I would love for you to create some kind of a mantra. Feel free to take mine. I love mine's just so normal. I just do it automatically and it's there. Like I typically don't have to remind myself, but you might have to several times throughout the day because you can handle it. You've proven you can. You've done it before. We're here now. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So I want you to start doing that. I'd love to know if you have some other kind of a mantra. Feel free to drop it in the comments, but yes, I will repeat it again just in case you want it. And it is, I am capable of handling anything that the day sends my way, comma, and I only ever have today, right? So this will help you not kind of like push things off into the future too much. And yeah, you can do this. You've proven to yourself that you have. Don't focus on the times that you think that you fell. You still got up. You still dusted yourself off. Might be a little bruised, but bruised apples still make a pretty decent pie. Might be a little different, but it's still delicious.